The Soviet Union made great weapons, yet some of its arms have become legendary, still used around the world in many conflicts. The AK-47. What can one say about a gun that is on the national flag of Mozambique? The AK-47 isn't just an assault rifle. It is an icon, a political statement, the favorite weapon of guerrillas during the Cold War. More than 100 million AK-47s have been produced. Inspired by Nazi Germany STG-44 assault rifle, the Kalashnikov was simple, cheap, and durable. The perfect weapon for the Soviet conscripts. In terms of casualties inflicted over the past 60 years, the AK-47 may be the most deadly weapon on the planet. The MiG-15. To US pilots accustomed to air dominance in the final years of the Second World War, the MiG-15's appearance over Korea was a shock. In fact, the Soviet jet fighter was so deadly that B-29s, despite a heavy fighter escort, had to switch from daylight to night attacks over North Korea. Based on captured German technology as well as jet engines that the British foolishly sold to Moscow, the MiG-15 was fast, maneuverable, and heavily armed. Early US jet fighters such as the P-80 and F-84 were found themselves outclassed. It wasn't until the arrival of F-86 Sabres that American pilots were able to confront the MiG-15s. More than 18,000 MiG-50s were built by the Soviet Union and China. It served in the air forces of more than 40 nations. The T-34 tank. Was the T-34 the best tank of the Second World War? Many will argue the point quite strongly, but there was no doubt in the minds of terrified German soldiers in 1941. With its powerful 76mm cannon, 2 inches of well-sloped armor, and wide tracks to move through the Russian mud, the T-34 outperformed any tank on the German side at the time. The T-34 had its flaws. Unlike Western tanks, which had a separate tank commander and the gunner, the T-34's commander was also the gunner, which meant he was firing the cannon when he should have commanding the vehicle. But a later version added a separate gunner position. The current vehicle had poor ergonomics that exhaust crews. It lacked a radio, and the tank suffered from the frequent mechanical breakdowns. The Katyusha rocket. Katyusha is the Russian diminutive for Little Kate. Its ironic name for one of the deadliest weapon pieces in history. The name itself has become generic, a convenient shorthand for any kind of rocket from the Golan Heights to Darfur. The original BM-13 Katyusha was a truck-mounted multiple rocket launcher. Like the T-34, the Katyusha proved a shock to German troops in 1941. Suddenly, 4 tons of high explosive deluged a 10-acre area in 7 to 10 seconds. Unguided rockets tend to be inaccurate. You wouldn't want to call down Katyushas if the enemy was right on the top of you, but Little Kate worked fine for the Soviets, who liked to smother German defenses. The RPG-7. It would be incorrect to say that RPG-7 transformed anti-tank warfare. In the later half of the Second World War, the use of anti-tank rockets became widespread, including the US Bazooka, British PR-AT, and especially the German Panzerfaust. However, it is correct to say that RPG-7 has become the poster child for man-portable rockets. The RPG-7 has become general all-purpose weapon anytime a foot soldier needs to get an explosive projectile downrange. As an anti-tank rocket, the RPG isn't the most accurate. While it scored success in Vietnam, the 1973 October War and other conflicts, today it is better suited for attacking light vehicles rather than advanced tanks. But the RPG is so prolific that it has become almost as iconic as the AK-47. The RPG-7 and its various Chinese, Iranian and other knocks-off has served in practically every conflict since the early 90s.